Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I'm going to talk about the talk of the town. Now, many people are talking the possibility of National Stock Exchange of India extending the trading hours. Right now, the trading is from 9 to 3:30, and which may be extended from 9 to 11:55. SEBI has actually given the permission. So the first thing is that earlier, many years before, our markets used to open around 10 a.m. It used to be 10 to 3:30. Later, they changed to 9 to 3:30. And the volume has actually increased. And there was no negative news. Recently, I just posted a tweet. Most of the comments that came were negative actually. So, let us discuss both positives as well as negatives. So first, let us talk about the positives. Number one, what happens in the evening, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., some US data comes, US consumer price inflation data comes, US market crashes, the next day we gap down open, or some good news happens, the US market shoots up, the next day we gap up. So this huge gap up and gap down creating hell lot of problem for traders. If the markets continue to trade from morning 9 a.m. until 11:55 p.m., then the possibility of this gap up gap down is very, very less, especially the news driven one. In US, there is a rule that companies should not declare results during the market hours. They have to declare the results just before the market opens or just after the market open. During the market hours, they are not allowed. But in India, what happens? Some companies declare the results during market hours. Some companies declare the results after market hours. And some people who take position ahead of the results, if the company results come after the market hours, next day huge gap up, gap down, the stop loss will not work. But if the market trade from 9 a.m. to 11:55 p.m., then there is no such thing. The people can take positions ahead of the results. Don't ask me, sir, what if a company declare the results after the midnight? I don't think anybody will be doing that. So this is one thing. So that means any global news, particularly US market, and that can be factored in our market if the markets trade until midnight. Second one, most of the time the technical analysis does not work in India. You know why? Let us say technically market is bullish. I am taking a long position at Nifty at 18,000. I am putting stop loss 17,900. What happens next day if there is a gap down? The stop loss cannot be hit. So most of the technical analysts, stop loss is not being hit. It jumps because of gap up and gap down. So the technical analyst will be very happy. They can have a target, entry, target, stop loss, and things will go smoothly. So this will be useful for technical analysts. Number three, many times people ask me, sir, how to trade in SGX Nifty? And I always tell the people, if you are a tax resident of India, you cannot trade in SGX Nifty. Only NRIs can trade in SGX Nifty. And still people, want to take the opportunity of some good news or bad news, off the market hours. There are ways and means people find, if they have friends or relatives as NRIs, they trade in their account. So if Nifty trades from morning 9 to midnight, then probably some of the volume from Singapore can be shifted to India. And because there is no need for people to trade in Singapore. And however, a lot of other things. The people who are trading in SGX Nifty, they are not trading just because Nifty is not available here, but there are many other reasons. The cost of operations. In foreign markets, you just pay only two charges. You pay brokerage and exchange charges, nothing else. But here you pay STT, you pay stamp duty, you pay SEBI charges, and you pay GST, brokerage, and whatnot. So that is also there. But definitely the volume will improve. When the trading hour change from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m., the volume actually gone up. Volume goes up, the government will be happy, they'll get lot of taxes, exchanges will be happy, they will be getting more revenue, brokers will be happy, they will be getting more brokerage, and traders, there's a question mark, because as per SEBI study, 89% of the people lose money in market. The fourth one, earlier, people tend to trade more on commodities. Though trading in commodity is more risky, people tend to trade. And the reason, many people told me, sir, in the daytime we work in the office, we were so busy, we cannot trade, and we come back in the evening, from evening to midnight we are free, so we trade in MCX. So you will be surprised. Many people think that if the trading hour is extended, the volume may not be very good after 3:30 p.m. But you will be surprised, you will find more volume because of the people. Those people who are intraday players, those office goers, they go to office from morning 9 to 5, come back evening 6 o'clock, 6 to midnight, they do intraday. So the volume can be more. And just for a joke, hopefully this trading by the people in the evening time will reduce the traffic on the road in the evening time. So just to summarize, US market news can be factored in, technical analysis will work better, and the volume may increase and volume may shift from Singapore, and then office goers can trade in the evening time, so they can also have a kick. So these are the positive things. Now let us come back to negative things. The first and foremost, the cost of operation will increase for intermediaries, especially the brokers. And then people who have employees working as dealers, right now they are working from morning 9 to 3:30. Then after that post-market report, calling the clients, confirmation and this and that. So it may be 5 o'clock. But now from morning 9 to 11:55, then after that you have to take the contract note, call the clients for trade confirmation, this and that. So it's going to be from morning 9 to 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. next day morning. So this will be very, very huge, because the people have to work in 2 shifts. So your salary, you have to pay double the salary. Electricity, AC bill, everything will go up. So this will be a huge cost. Intermediaries having a huge cost, what they will pass it on to the clients only. So at the end of the day, the clients will suffer. In broking business, so there are many female employees are there. They work from morning 9 to evening 5, but now extended hour until 11:55. So the many female employees may want to switch the job. They will not like to work in stock market. So that will be a big loss of human resource. And though US markets news comes, is factored in, sometimes US markets move very violently in the last 1 hour or 2 hours, which cannot be factored in, because US markets trade until our time 1:30 a.m. For about 6 months, 2:30 a.m. for the remaining 6 months, what they call daylight saving time. You still will lose last 1 hour, 2 hour price action, and still the gap up or gap down, a decent gap up and gap down is still possible. So extended trading hours does not guarantee the smoothness of the market. Still gap up, gap down is possible. The people who are trading systems trader, people, 920 short straddle, put 10% stop loss both sides. If stop loss hit, leave it. They are known as system traders. For them, no issue whether market trade until 3:30 p.m. or 11:55 p.m. Why should they bother? But there are people who are discretionary traders, who just keep watching the screen. As and when they see the opportunity, they go long or short. So they are discretionary traders. So discretionary traders will have to sit in front of the computer from morning 9 to night 11:55. The things are going to be difficult for discretionary traders. Of course, there won't be any changes for system traders. Basically, I am a discretionary trader. Even now, I see many people, even sometimes I also take the breakfast before 9:15 and then take lunch after 3:30. And if the market continue to trade from 9 a.m. to 11:55 p.m., then lunch and dinner will be a problem. For your kind information, Japanese stock market is the only stock market in the world which gives lunch break. There is no other markets in the world gives lunch break. More time for trading, then more people will be trading, and there will be more gambling, and there will be more unhappiness. Of course, that cannot be an argument if you are not opening the stock market, and they might go and do gamble somewhere else. Stock markets are made for a purpose, and some people have made it as a gambling den. That is not stock market problem, so it is their problem. But however, that possibility is very, very high. Just for fun, many people have responded to my tweet saying that there will be a lot more divorces if the trading hour is extended until midnight. There are few positives, there are few negatives, but however, US markets trade for 22 or 23 hours a day. I don't think that there is any structural problem there, and people are still happy and people are trading. Even I also trade in US markets. I have few of my NRI friends, I might trade in their account, and US market trade for 23 hours continuously. And SGX Nifty also almost, I think it's a trade about 20 hours. So there are countries where 24/5 we can say, Saturday, Sunday markets do not trade. Of course, cryptos trade 24/7. If NSE does this, then it's a BOON or BANE. It actually depends whether you are a system trader or whether you are a discretionary trader or whether you are a full-time trader or you are a office goer, you want to trade in the evening, etc. etc. So as such, there is no simple answer to say it's a BOON or BANE. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.